And then as the years went on, as working as a clinical nutritionist, I ran into a lot of people from different walks of life with different diseases. Mm-hmm. I worked with one guy that was come in second in Mr. Universe, 280 pounds at 6'5" with at least 21-inch arms, enormous guy. But he ran into severe problems from growth hormone, steroids, mm-hmm. and I couldn't convince him that he had to really readjust what he was doing to his diet, and he could actually come back. But he tried it, and he lost about 15 pounds, and he said he couldn't afford to lose that much weight because, I mean, this guy would have still looked enormous,
Right. Sounds like what you're describing a lot of is a lot of people who create these mental barriers and assumptions of what they can do, what they can't do.
Yeah, that's true.
And what they have to eat and how big they must be.
Right.
I mean, I'm really fascinated by what you're saying because I myself am eating. I'm not trying to follow any kind of restriction, but I find myself just not wanting a lot of the food I used to. I won't really eat much breakfast or food period till 10 or 11.
Yeah, that's fine. You can do that.
I've started realizing if I don't want food, I won't eat it. And if I want to train light, I will. And I want to go heavy, I will. If I want to run around or swim, I will. And one thing I'm starting to see in my training is I'm getting stronger than I've been in probably the last 3 years, and I'm getting smaller and smaller. You're kind of blowing my mind a little bit with some of this shit.
No,
I'll be honest with you, doctor.
Well, what happens, you're becoming more biologically efficient. So you can actually lose some weight, become more biologically efficient. I mean, there's a certain cutoff point. If you go, you're a big guy. So,
I'm a beast, yeah.
So if you went down, say you lost 40 pounds, I doubt if you're going to be as strong as you are. You never know, though, because it was hard for people to believe that when I first lost weight and people that knew me, they thought I was out of my mind. They thought something happened to me and I got sick or something like that.
Are you okay? Are you sick, doctor?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, But I found out you can be very, very strong if you try to follow the same type of diet and you give up the processed food, you're going to become denser. You'll look more ripped. But there's a very good chance you might be a little bit stronger than you are now, because I ran into one guy that followed this type of diet and that was here today, and he said he actually got stronger, but he didn't have the discipline to stay with it. So you have to try for yourself.